guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of how I bought my dream beach villa in the south of Italy. If you're new here, my name is Anise, and I'm an American living in London. In the last episode of the series, which, if you haven't watched yet, pause this video, go watch from the start, and then come back here. You do it? Okay, great. So in the last episode, we had just bum rushed the agency in hopes of scheduling a viewing of this villa. Which at this point, I think you can see we were successful in doing. Yay! Quick disclaimer, our Italy house journey started the year before I had my channel, so some of the footage is pretty casual and filmed vertically, but by part 3, we'll be back to our regular programming. Now, I absolutely adored this listing the moment I first saw it. I loved the exterior, the beige stone tile trim, and the cute pink window shutters. Only a 3-minute walk from the beach, there were cute holiday homes on the same road, so the curb appeal was high, and while it wasn't a main road, the area still felt lively and fresh. I knew this property was already gutted out and would require a lot of work, but that's also what drew me to it. For the price point Bay and I were looking at online, there were a good number of 2-bedrooms listed. But considering what we'd want this Italian home to be, a place for friends to visit, a summer home for our future family, 3 bedrooms would be more ideal. And this listing was one of the few that had 3 proper bedrooms. It was at the sacrifice of a living room, but having seen the floor plan, I had a vision of making one of the bedrooms a flex third. By turning the shared wall of the dining nook into arched pocket doors, the room could be an open flow living space, but whenever needed, closed back off again to serve as a bedroom for guests.
Ask me if you know anything about the beams in this wall. Does this wall have structural support, or can this wall be kind of cut out or removed?
With Giorgio as our translator, I asked the agent if he knew if the wall could be taken down. Also, please forgive my drawing skills, guys. I'm not a sketch artist.
You can't completely get rid of it,
Kind of
but you can create an arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can create an arch. So you can create an archway, or you can create like a door.
Yeah.
You still need some sort of structure.
Probably here and there.
Yeah, but you can create
This can have an opening here.
Now, when I say the kitchen was giving light, it was giving light, airy, spacious, sunny, wonderful access to the back courtyard, and an alcove perfect for a dining room. It even came with a little fireplace. It was through this wall that I wanted to build the wooden pocket doors. Didn't find the placement of the bathroom massively convenient, but hey, every dream comes with a compromise, right? Anyway, I was taking no time drawing up little visions in my head of bright, cheery kitchen interiors and vibrant Italian tiles and a kitchen island, which I then had to snap out of because important things were being discussed. Now here's one of the first important things we learned about beach properties in this region. Many of them are not connected to the grid, water and sewage-wise. Throughout this series, I'm going to be dropping a lot of gems on what it's like to buy property on the beach in Puglia, because it's not exactly the same as buying a villa in Tuscany or a €1 house in the mountains, for instance. In the beginning, it's so easy to overlook these things because you're so swept up in the vision and the dream of owning a home in Italy. But these gems will become increasingly more relevant when it's time to make an offer. So again, this is one of those gems. This beach house is not connected to the grid, so it operates on a cistern and a sewage tank. Well, we were told tank, but let's take a closer look in this bathroom here. I'm not so sure that this is more a tank than it is just a hole in the ground. This will be a recurring topic in the vast majority of villas we view, so take note of this from this very first viewing. After discovering the quote-unquote sewage tank, we wanted to know where the water cistern was. It was, in fact, inside the third bedroom, which means once the cistern runs out of water and needs a refill, the servicers have to come inside your house to pump in the water from their truck. And that would technically be the same for when the supposed sewage tank would need emptying too. Another thing to take note of, the floor plan on file with this property doesn't actually match the current layout. On the floor plan, it shows the entrance to the third bedroom is through the foyer, but in fact, it seems the door frame was moved to the kitchen, amongst other discrepancies.
Okay. Think you'll spend more time on the rooftop?
It's kind of like not super regulation, so it kind of leaks in the
Ground.
But if you want to extract, it's once a year. So like you would have it clean at the beginning of the summer season, and then after the summer season you get it in next time.
But we'll need basically to figure it out so it doesn't smell. The
Yeah.
maintenance of it is like a whole thing. Well, it's the reality of the beach houses.
As a New York girl who only really knows about gutters and sewage tunnels, the reality of how plumbing works in small European coastal towns would be an education for me. What I do know, though, is a good rooftop. And this little beach house definitely had that. Complete with water access for a mini outdoor kitchen, views overlooking the sea and olive groves. The roof had very apparently been recently redone, and it was the perfect space for hosting. Rooftop aperitivo, sunset soirees. There are regulations in this area against building up, but non-permanent structures like a pergola or a seating area are allowed on the roof. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think of this property? Do you see my vision? Do you have your own? Obviously, it would be a labor-intensive project, but it already being gutted out means there's a lot of room to make custom choices and make it truly ours. Do we like the layout? The roof? But most importantly, should we put an offer on this property? Did we? Dun dun dun. Guess you'll have to tune in next week to find out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new episodes. Can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments, and see you in part 3.